So this is going to be my review for The Last Jedi, which is what can I say about this movie? It broke my heart to watch it. So I'm gonna give you a bit of a background so you know where I'm coming from. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. The first time I watched Star Wars was in the cinema when I was 7 years old. My dad took me to see The Phantom Menace, and I know, say whatever you wish to say about the movie, but when I was 7 years old, I loved it. I fell in love with Star Wars, and then we came back home, and my dad showed me the whole trilogy. I watched it by myself. I loved it, and since that moment on, Luke Skywalker became my favorite character ever. I just love him because I know he's not Han Solo, and I understand why people may prefer Han Solo, but I just love Luke since forever. And I was scared about watching this movie because I remember Mark Hamill made a few comments a few months ago in spring saying that he fundamentally disagreed with everything they did to his character. It also seemed like he was a bit angry with Disney on the director because they kind of dismiss his worries, or so. Yeah, I was a bit scared, but at the same time I was really excited. So I went to watch it on Thursday midnight premiere, and it broke my heart. Really, I'm so sad, and I can't say it's a terrible movie because it's not. And visually, is an amazing movie. And if it wasn't a Star Wars movie, I think a lot of people would go and see it. They would watch it in the cinema, and then they would forget about it. But the thing is that it's a Star Wars movie, and just because of it, it's gonna make Disney tons and tons of money. So they should show some respect to the Star Wars lore and Star Wars character and fucking Luke Skywalker. Sorry about that. So, my issues about this movie. You remember, well, I don't know, but when I watched Batman vs. Superman in the cinema, I remember the first few minutes of the movie when they kill off Jimmy Olsen, and he was a CIA agent, and suddenly they kill him off, and I was like, this is a big screw you to the fans. So I was like, I'm gonna hate this movie. And in The Last Jedi, when you know the joke between Poe and Hux happened, I was like, this is completely, it's not out of character for Poe, but seriously, this is the guy who destroyed three planets. That's like thousands of billions of people at once. He's like a psychopath, supervillain, and I actually enjoy his character in the Force Awakens. But here, they turn him into a joke, and okay, but I could see past that. But then we go to the Iceland and we see Luke Skywalker, and Rey gives him his lightsaber, his father's lightsaber, Obi-Wan's lightsaber in a sense, and he just does it like this. So that was like Jimmy Olsen's death, you know? I was like, this is a screw you. So I don't know. I like Force Awakens has a lot of faults. That's true, but I think J.J. Abrams saw a lot of respect for Star Wars, and Han Solo was handled beautifully. Not so much Leia, but she was okay too. In this case, Luke, just tossing away his father's lightsaber. What? I can't. Okay, but and then when they go to Luke Skywalker, the flash scene at the end, when he's like standing by his teenager nephew and is thinking about killing him just because he senses a little bit of the dark side. Okay, even a lot of the dark side. This is Luke Skywalker. He's the guy who refused to even consider killing Vader. And Vader was not just a psycho and a murderer. He's the guy who stood by as his sister's planet was blown up. And Luke didn't even consider to kill him. And I am meant to believe that this is the same guy that thinks about killing just Leia's and Han's son, his nephew, just because he can sense the dark side on him. That's not Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is the kindest, most loving person in the galaxy, okay? He wouldn't do that ever. So, yeah, for me, like, they kill him off. And, okay, I could get behind that. Like, Luke has to die. I rather if he died in the last movie instead of this one. But, okay, I'm not angry about that. But, seriously, Disney didn't kill Luke. They just shit on his character. And I'm so hard. Like, I watched it on Thursday and I've been like thinking all this time, like, did you really see that? Is it really as bad as you think it is? And yes, it is. And now, okay, moving on. Then we have the Leia Superman scene or Mary Poppins scene. Like, you know, when Mace Windu was, you know, thrown out the window by the Emperor. And some fans were like, no, he's alive. Yeah, sure, he's alive because he can fly. Leia doesn't only fly, he flies in outer space. And she hasn't received some training. But even if she had been trained, the Jedi had millenniums to train. The Jedi Order, they dedicated their whole lives to training. And still, we never saw... Okay, like flying, okay, I can't understand because they can't like jump high and yeah, okay, but flying, breathing in outer space, that's just, I can't really see it. I don't understand why they did that. And the astral projection thing with Luke at the end. Okay, I mean, again, I could get behind it, but it's like for 1,000 of years, nobody's been able to do this. Now, Luke can do it. Okay, but what's the point? Because he dies anyway. But it would be better just, you know, have him die there than far away, alone in the planet. Okay, it's a beautiful scene, he watching the suns, but what's the point? And, I don't know, sorry. There's just so many things that for me are like, I'm seriously heartbroken. Like, I watched The Phantom Menace 3 times and I was 7. And since then, every Star Wars movie I watched several times in the cinema. But this one, I can't watch it again because it's painful. And not because it's a bad movie. Again, I'm sure there is lots of people who have enjoyed it. But for me, who I love Luke Skywalker, it's a betrayal of the character. And it's so painful to watch. And what else is there? The jokes. There is jokes everywhere. And okay, it's not. I like jokes. I love Marvel. I love Ragnarok, and there is joke everywhere in Ragnarok. But Star Wars movies, they always take themselves seriously. There is humor in them, but it fits the character. Here, they just try to like push the jokes on anyone and everywhere, and I don't get it. Why? And what else is there? I mentioned Leia Superman scene, what they did to Luke Skywalker, which for me is the worst thing ever. Of course, the big, the fact that Kylo Ren killed Snow, I think it was an interesting twist. I mean, I was kind of invested in who Snow is, what's his past, but I couldn't really get behind any of the theories in the internet. So yeah, sure, I love it. You call him out and you trick us because for a moment there we think like Kylo is starting back to the good side or he's just going rogue, and then you have him like he's the big bad. Okay, I can understand that. I like it. It's not something, okay, I can get behind it, but what I can get behind is Rey parents. Okay, she's a nobody, and that's fine. But then the scenes in The Force Awakens, 2 scenes, they like, what was the point of that scenes? Just to mess up with us? Like, when Han Solo is in the planet talking to the orange alien, and they are talking, who is that girl? And Rey, like the flashback and Anakin's lightsaber calling to Rey. Why? I'm still not sure if what they said is true. Maybe they just maybe it's a lie because everybody was expecting Rey to be someone special. So now they trick us, and then in the last movie the big reveal will be there. So yeah, that might happen. But even if it doesn't happen, I don't mind that Rey is a nobody. I think that's actually a good idea. But the fact that she hasn't been trained and she's already as powerful and as skilled as a Jedi Master. Like, guys, do you remember Luke Skywalker in The Empire Strikes Back? He's been training with Yoda for like a few weeks, maybe a month or two, and he's so clumsy. He's fucking clumsy fighting against Darth Vader. But now we have this girl who is nobody and who hasn't been trained, and suddenly she just hands us to Kylo Ren, and then in this movie she's just why? I don't get it. Like, someone can be super powerful in the Force. Anakin was powerful in the Force, but still he had to train. Like, we can see when he was a kid, he was like this super pilot. Then Attack of the Clones, he still loses to Count Dooku. So even if you are super powerful in the Force, you have to train those skills. Rey hasn't been trained, and I think that's the big mistake, because if you want to make her a nobody, that's great, good for you, but she shouldn't be at least one of Luke's lost students. That would make sense. Like, she was a student. She had been trained in the Force for a few years when she was a child, and maybe for some reason Kylo didn't kill her and just took his erase her memories and left her in the planet. So I don't know, some history, but a lot of people were saying that she was a Marisu, and I don't agree. I actually loved her character. The Force Awakens has a very weak plot, but I love the characters. But now it's like, I don't really care about her anymore because she can do anything. She doesn't have to train. And considering that the whole movie takes place in like 20 hours, because the whole time that Rey is with Luke, the rebels, the resistance is running away from the First Order. And that's like, it's a very, very short period of time. So it's not weeks, not months. It's just that for like a few days, maybe a week. And a week she gets super powerful, and she was already super powerful in The Force Awakens. That's why, like, I think they should have given her a backstory. She didn't need to be a Skywalker, she didn't need to be a Kenobi, but she didn't need to be someone who had trained in the Force for a few years. Because that would make her character much more believable and interesting. So yeah, that's a big problem for me. Then the plot, I think there is a lot of holes in the plot. A lot of holes. I'm not gonna go through all of them because I see a lot of videos here on YouTube, guys, and there's lots of people who already done it much better than I could ever do it. For me, like a Star Wars movie, even the Phantom Menace or the Attack of the Clones, yeah, the dialogue is lame. I see Anakin and Padme and I'm like, oh gosh, seriously. But those movies tell a story. There is always a story. In this case, I feel like the director came up with a few ideas to surprise the audience, to shock the audience, to entertain, to make us laugh, and he just joined them like this. Like, what can I do to make this and this and this and this and this happen? And he just joined them, and that's the movie. But a movie should always revolve around the character. The movie is at the service of the character. The plot is at the service of the character. Otherwise, you just get The Last Jedi, which is a mess for me. It's a mess. And again, if it weren't a Star Wars movie, that would be completely okay. But it is a Star Wars movie, and yeah, a lot of people like, so what? But because it's a Star Wars movie, Disney is going to sell a lot of tickets and a lot of toys and merchandise, and Disney is gonna make a lot of money. So the least they could do is to show some respect to the old trilogy, even to the prequels, to the Star Wars history, and of course, first of all, to Luke Skywalker, because he's Luke fucking Skywalker. And again, I'm not upset that they kill him, but I'm so upset that they completely ruin his character, because that's not Luke. That man there is a coward. He's been hiding for like 10 years because he feels guilty. Okay, that could happen, but Luke would never, ever, ever consider killing his nephew. That's just, he didn't consider killing, he told you that I can't kill my father, and now it's like, okay, but I might go and kill my nephew just because he's a bit dark. It's like, if you wanted, because, and this all happened because we know J.J. Abrams wanted Luke out of the way. I don't know if Disney didn't want to pay Mark Hamill, or the, you know, the reasons that J.J. Abrams stated, which is fine. But to bring him back for this, just, I don't know, say he ran away because he couldn't stand the idea of fighting his nephew, of killing his nephew. He knew that Kylo could not be turned back, and he couldn't stand the idea of killing Leia's and Han's son, his nephew. That would be like a perfect excuse for Luke to be away. A perfect excuse, but they did the contrary, and for what? Like, for what? So, I don't know, guys, like, I really want to hear your opinions, because it's so sad. I was crying last night, and I know it might seem kind of stupid, but I grew up with Star Wars. As I said, I watched it when I was 7, then again Attack of the Clones when I was 9, then I was 12 for Return of the Jedi, and I loved every movie. And I know they have many mistakes. As I grew up, obviously, I like episode 1. I still enjoy the Battle of Theed, but you know, it's kind of boring, Tatooine. And then Attack of the Clones, I love the movie, but all the scenes in Naboo, they're like so, oh my gosh. Love Return, Revenge of the Sith is a great movie. I think they all, like, Lucas have this amazing idea, but it needed to be policed by someone. Like, he should have let someone write a script with his idea, but still, if someone in the internet could, like, I don't know, change a few pieces of dialogue here and there, they would be so much better movies. But even so, I like them, and I love the old trilogy, and I love Rogue One. I think the Vader scene is the best fucking scene ever in Star Wars. And Force Awakens, I'm not like, maybe I don't love it, but I like it. I watched it like 6 times in the cinema, and even though the history is kind of like, yes, it's a remake, but I got invested in the characters. I was hoping to learn more about them, and in this movie, they just let them down. Poe, what can I say about Poe? I like him in Force Awakens. I was expecting to learn more about him now, and suddenly he's like a jerk. Okay, he has a nice story arc, and I actually like that, but he shouldn't been just, you know, like, what kind of guy kills his comrades in a stupid plan? And yeah, he got demoted, but still, okay, it's a good history arc. But Finn was fucking amazing, and now he's not just a secondary character, but his arc, I kind of enjoy it a little bit. I don't know, I'm kind of indifferent to Finn and Rose. But what was the point of it? Like, seriously, what was the point of it? I don't think there was any point to that arc. Like, and yes, if it wasn't for Luke, I would have enjoyed it much more. But like some very wise guy said in another video here on YouTube, it is a Disney movie, it's not a Star Wars movie. So from now on, for me, like, Star Wars canon is George Lucas' Star Wars, which means the prequels, the old trilogy, the originals, and the Clone Wars. And Disney is just Disney. It's like their version of their expanded universe, which is actually worse than the one we already had, than Lions. But yeah, okay, it's just Disney's version of the expanded universe, and I will enjoy part of it, like Rogue One. I love Rogue One. I fucking loved Rogue One. But The Last Jedi is just so sad. Like, please let me know your opinions. What do you think? If you agree with me, if you don't, I think I'm gonna start making reviews for movies, because I really love watching you guys discussing those topics, and I think it's great. So if you want, just subscribe, and please let me know your opinions, because I know some of you like it, and that's actually great. I love when people love Star Wars, because this means Star Wars will be around for a very, very long time. But I don't think any fun, like, I think it would be quite difficult for a Luke Skywalker's fan to enjoy it. Which doesn't mean like you can't love Star Wars and love The Last Jedi, but if you see the character of Luke Skywalker the way I do, it's just a betrayal of him. So please, yeah, let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. Bye!